Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer, welcome back to Farm Simulator 17, and welcome back to Upton Farm and our ridiculous Coda Taurus slurry spreader that we got. It does other things too. You can use it for anything, any liquid. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like if you use it for poo and digestate, that should really be all you use it for. Same with fuel. If you transport fuel in something, I don't think you should use it for water later. Right, so we're going to finish off these last little stray bits up here. And then we're going to head, that'll be it for field 3. We're going to head up the hill to field 9. And got some other stuff to do up there. So this has about 17 tons left in it. And I'm not worried about, like, there's that little bit right there that the angle of the slurry injector can't quite reach it. Not worried about it. Not worried about every square meter. We're going to do pretty good next spring, I think. And it's the third day of winter, so I think I'm going to finish up with the Coda today. And I'm not going to park it up, but then we're just going to call it a season. And I will skip ahead on time and see you on the first day of spring, because there's really not a lot more to do this winter. Just take care of the animals. That's it. And that's not a ton of fun. I think dairy is more fun because you've got more things to do, but taking care of sheep, it's just dropping off bales of hay and filling the water tank. So not very interesting. To me, it's really not worth doing on camera. Maybe once or twice, but you've seen it. Right. So we're going to close this gate. I'm hoping for a big spring, and I'm hoping we can get this farm profitable, and I would love to get through Season 2, because remember, we're just at the end of Season 1. I would like to get through Season 2 before September and FS19 is released. Because once FS19 comes out, like I said, for several reasons, I doubt that I will ever play FS17 again. One reason is because this game it's a love-hate thing. And I think for a lot of people, when you get into like heavily modded games and games that you make, what is this? What is this? I've been having frame drops in, it comes and goes, and that's extremely frustrating to me because I cannot track down the source of it. This is tricky. I can't track down the source of it, and stuff like that makes me nuts. As a person who's OCD, and as somebody who's really into things going smoothly, that stuff makes me crazy. Hey, check it out. What's over here? Looks like a little, I pulled up to the wrong end. Looks like a little lorry. I got an MAN 3-axle. And I put a slurry tank on it for now. Well, it's a universal tank. It's from the Coda Universal Pack. By Farmer Andy, I want to say. Gosh, if I got that wrong, I will feel terrible. And these are both, as far as I know, hose system supported. So let's see if we can get our hose system going. If you've never used the hose system, it's very cool and also very frustrating. It's a mini game. Right. Press mouse button left to attach liquid manure hose, and so we do. And then we need to grab the other end of it, and we need to come back here. And where's this joint? Press mouse button left to attach liquid manure hose. Right. Are the valves open? Press. No. I think the valves are open. Go to the other side. Some of them have valves, some of them don't. Some of them you have to unlock, others you don't. And I'm thinking this one you don't. Because it looks all set. So that means we go up in here and we want to execute emptying on. We don't want to empty it. We want to pump it out. Start engine. Activate pump. That's it. The source pump unit is empty because we gotta switch it. Pump in, pump out. Well, it's open cover, pipe out. R. Source pump unit is empty. Okay, let's try it from the other side. Activate pump. I feel like we need to open these valves, but it's not. That is attached. So, all right, and then this one, where'd it go? Nope, that one's good. Okay. What I'm looking for is the option, there's a pump in, pump out. Activate pump. It's not that one. So we need to... It's not that one. What we need to do is switch it from pump in to pump out. This is pretty compelling content, isn't it, folks? You know it is. You know it is. We don't want to detach. Now. I wonder. No. Because some of these will have... Aha. No, that's an exhaust. Don't want to detach. Let's try this. Nope, can't get in from that side. And through the hose we levitate. Right. Nope, that doesn't do it. Because if we go back in here, we can just open our pipe up. No, we don't want to do that. Mouse button right. Yeah, we're missing something. I'm missing something, and I feel like it has to do with one of these levers. I feel like we need to unlock something. This is the mini game, by the way. If you're not using the hose system, this is what you're missing out on, folks. The hose system mini game. Right. We want to pump in the opposite direction. There it is. Change pump direction to emptying. Oh, game. Okay, so now we are filling. Well, we're not filling, but now we're throwing slurry digestate into the coda. Whew! Oh, game. Eventually everything works out. Let me have a sip of coffee. So I'm going to pull this little MAN truck up to the gate, get it out of the way. And then I'm going to hop in the coda and put it on a worker, injecting this field. Then I'm going to drive the MAN up to the BGA and see how the T6 is doing. And then we'll call it an episode. Yeah, and you know, I don't know how you feel about like what just happened the past few minutes. Because on the one hand, that's me sort of flailing and failing. But on the other hand, and I've said this from the very beginning, like that's what this channel is about, is it's me gaming. It's not necessarily 100% immersive. You know, we are a farmer. We inherited this farm from our grandfather, and you know, that sort of thing. I don't do role playing, and I don't get into things that you know, I'm enjoying simulated farming, but at no point do I like pretend that any of this is real. This is a video game, but that to me is a lot of fun. I like gaming more than I like pretending that I'm farming, but the gaming is farming, if that makes sense. But there's no it's immersive, but it's not role playing. I don't know, maybe you get that, maybe you don't. But regardless, that to me, you know, when I think about sitting with my buds on a sofa drinking a beer, and people, you know, yelling at you, no, dude, you gotta hit the button, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. You know, that to me is gaming. And if I can get this. This is the other mini game. Oh, got it. Okay. That to me is a component of gaming. Not necessarily failing, but just sort of having some fun with it, you know, and sort of struggling is too strong a word, figuring stuff out. I guess that's a good way to say it. Right, so don't stop in the road. We got that going on. Get this turned around. And put it on a worker. Right. And I'm definitely going to watch this thing operate a little bit, because there's different things that Courseplay likes and different things that it doesn't, and I would say this falls into the category of the latter. Right. Field work, fertilizing and seeding. I'm going to say field work, and then let's see if it injects the slurry. And I guess that's what I mean by 6 meter, about how it likes some things and it doesn't like other things. And I'm going to go with a lot of headlands because this thing is so crazy long. Generate a course. Where is my start point? Looks like it's right there. No. There it is. So the cultivator function is going to be doing field work, right, which is one Courseplay function, and then the let's set some speed limits too, and then the injector is going to be fertilizing, which is another Courseplay function. So I'm just making sure that it, you see what I'm saying? It's like competing, you know, never turn on, always turn on. There we go. Of course, at, oh, it's going crazy. What's happening here? Oh, we're at 3 FPS. What the H? Is it ever gonna Is it ever going to not be a 3 FPS? Oh yeah, there it goes. Temporary course. Wrong tool for this mode. Ah, okay. So then does it want fertilizing and seeding? Coda is in traffic. This isn't going to work. We'll do it off camera. It's got too many things going on and it can't deal with it. It doesn't know if it's doing field work. It doesn't know if it's fertilizing. So it's doing neither. Right. I'll do this field manually off camera. So then our last stop is to hop in the new lorry, drive up the hill to the BGA. We're going to refill this thing and we're going to see how our T6 is doing. So this has not been, I have to say, much of an episode. But you know what? It's all part of gaming. So we didn't really need this lorry, and we really should have gone with a bigger tanker on the back. This thing holds, the little tank that we have on there holds like 12,000 liters. And we should have gone with the big 3-axle that holds like 35,000. Would have made a lot more sense. But neither one of them really made sense because the Coda itself holds 50,000, which is an outrageous amount of slurry. So you see what I'm getting at. It wouldn't make any sense to have a 12,000 liter tank servicing a 50,000 liter tank, but it also wouldn't make any sense to have a 30,000 liter tank servicing a 50,000 liter tank. Like in both those scenarios, the thing that's going to make the most sense is to just drive the Coda to the slurry fill point and fill it up once instead of making 4 or 5 trips, 3 or 4 or 5 trips in a smaller truck. And the reason I got this is because it's a pain in the ass to fit the Coda down the driveway of the BGA. I cut through a grass field one time. In fact, I'll cut through the grass field today just to show you the, I don't know, not the technique. But right up here on the left, this is a grass field that goes directly into the BGA. And I assume that what we're supposed to do is use this grass field and just take it right into the BGA. But we don't own it yet, so next time maybe. Next spring. In fact, let's do this. Let's get this thing filling. And see how much that field is, then we'll call it. And this is about, what, 20 minutes? 20 minutes of struggle and fail. Right. So that is filling, and let's see how much this field is. I say 80,000. 99,000. Yeah. Soon, though. And we're going to have a ton of silage next year. If we fill this thing twice, I bet we can get 400 tons in here twice, which is 800 tons. That's math. That's 800 tons, which ought to be about 400K. And we are, I don't want to look. We're like $500,000 in debt right now. Okay, folks, I'm going to call it. Let's turn this truck off. Folks, I'm going to call it. I will see you back here next week, and it will be the first day of spring, and we'll start drilling and fertilizing grass. Thanks so much for stopping back to check out the Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Farming Simulator 2017. And we'll see you next time. Take care now.